We just had a chat here with Phil. He was asked about
to get playing time and to get on the field. He works hard every day in training, just like everybody else. You know, he's not here just because his father's the coach. He's a great young player. So that'd be my message. You know, if you're gonna boo him, then boo all of us, because you know, at the end of the day, we're one team. You know, it's not obviously we're individuals, but we're playing as a team. And you know, like I said, we understand their frustrations, but you know, I don't think it's right to go after one player, especially a young player.
Cool. DeAndre, you just said, you know, we haven't been good enough. Why has Inter Miami not been good enough over the course of the season, especially during this stretch? You know, 4 consecutive losses in league play, 4th loss at home this season, which last year you guys were so strong at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why has it to this point? I know there's been injuries, but why has Inter Miami to this point not been good enough?
Yeah, it just feels like there's not that last little bit. You know, there's I think the effort's there. I think guys are working really hard. You know, I think tactics have been fine. At the end of the day, though, there's that extra 1% that I just feel is hasn't been there for whatever reason, and I'm not sure. I can't grasp it right now. You know, that's often after these games, what I try to go home and do is, you know, grasp, you know, why wasn't I better? You know, why wasn't the team better? But it's hard to answer that right now.
DeAndre, usually, you know, the reaction from the fans starts with you guys. If they cheers because you're doing something good on the field, if they don't, it's because you're not performing. Tonight, after you considered a goal, it seemed like there was no sense of urgency. And, you know, if you look at the atmosphere, the way the fans, they had nothing to cheer for. Why was there no sense of urgency from you guys on the field, even though you're having a bad stretch? It's not like a one-night situation. Why was there no sense of urgency in the second half?
I mean, I think it's easy to say that looking from the stands. You know, I think what minute did we get scored on in? 50 seconds. So in this league, it's a very transitional league. If you start flying forward and flying guys forward, then you're going to get punished on the way back. And we almost did multiple times. So there was guys getting forward. There was guys trying to get forward. For whatever reason, the final passes weren't hitting, the small details weren't correct. But I don't think it's fair to say there wasn't a sense of urgency. We're trying to score. We're not trying to pass the ball around for the rest of the game and lose the game. You know, I think when you're actually on the field, and if you actually had the experience to be on the field, you'd see things differently. You know, you're taught as a player to be patient in those situations, because a lot of times you try to go incredibly fast and end up doing the wrong thing. It's one of the things when I was a young player that I really had to learn is, you know, it's you still have how many minutes left? 52nd minute, 38, if I did the math right. You still have 38 minutes to score. 38 minutes plus to score. There's no reason to panic. There's no reason to get nervous. And, you know, most of the time, I mean, you look at the games we've lost, you know, they've all been mostly by one goal, bar a couple games. Last year, look at the games we've lost. A lot of them were 3-4 goals. You know what I mean? And that's because we panic. You know, we give ourselves a chance to stay in the game. And that's the important thing. Now, we need to finish our chances off. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's that there's not a sense of urgency. Everybody that's on the field obviously knows what we need to do when we go down and goal. So
DeAndre, I wanted to ask you at the end of the game, I saw you go pick up your teammates, talk to them and go and especially with Kamal Miller at the end. Are you the guy, that leader in the locker room that gets behind the coach and gets your teammates to maybe react or maybe try to get the message that Phil is giving you guys?
Yeah, I try to be. I mean, I try to set things in perspective. You know, we have a young team, and you know, a lot of the times, you know, we're in a really tough situation right now, and it can feel like the end of the world for a lot of guys. But at the end of the day, it's a long road. This season's a long road. There's a lot of games left to be played, and it's MLS. Like, crazy things happen in MLS. You know, I don't know what the difference is between the bottom of the table and whatever place right now, but it's, you know, I know things are so close. So it looks so dark right now, but you know, at the end of the day, we have a game in 2 days, 3 days. Like, we can't be sulking right now. It hurts, but at the end of the day, we got to keep going. This was the end of the season, and you know, we lost a championship or didn't make playoffs or whatever it be, then go ahead and sulk. That's fine. But at the end of the day, we gotta pick up and go again. Like, we're in for training tomorrow, and you know, we're getting ready for DC. Like, that's just the life that we're living right now. That's the life of a professional player. You know, you gotta take the loss as they are and try to learn from them as quick as you can, but at the same time, start preparing for your next opponent. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you concerned that when you have to go to international duty, what will happen with this locker room and with this team?
I'm not even focused on that right now, to be honest. All I'm focused on is this team and how this team can get out of this hole and get better, because I truly believe that we can.
Franco. DeAndre, I know you're not trying to single anybody out or any part of the team, but it's clear just looking at the numbers, the team's lacking goals. You guys have less than a goal per game at this point in the season in MLS play. You know, you're a veteran of this league. You know, you've seen how winning teams do in this league. Number 10s are a big part of it. You guys don't really have a number 10 on this roster healthy at this time. Do you feel like this team needs a number 10 to improve and get better and turn some of these half chances into more clear-cut chances and goals?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, it's hard to say, you know, just by adding a guy, all of a sudden your team will get better, or by adding a position, all of a sudden your team will get better. Who knows? You know, I know that the team that we do have has shown a lot of positives. Like, like I said, it's been dark, but you know, there's been a lot of positives. You know, we watched a video of I think it was against what did we play last? Montreal. The amount of chances we had, and obviously from the outside, you look in and say, oh, they didn't finish any, but we're creating a lot of chances. And with the 2 strikers and, you know, Schneider coming off the bench, you know, the guys that we have, at some point they're bound to go in. These are guys that have scored goals their whole lives. So at some point they're bound to go in. So I'm not worried about that. You know, we got to figure out a way to, you know, to keep the ship steady, not let it go, you know, go too far one way. And on the same token, we have to keep clean sheets too. You know, we like, people can talk about chances and not finishing chances, but we also have to keep clean sheets. And that's not just the defenders, that's the strikers as well. Scoring goals isn't just the strikers, it's defenders as well. We're like I said before, we're all one team, so we win and we lose it together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I don't know. I haven't gotten the heads of all the guys yet, but I'm gonna do everything I can to keep it as high as possible. Because you know, we need it. We need confidence. We all do. I do. Everyone on the team does. The coaching staff does. The club does. Yeah, we need it. So I don't know. You'd have to ask individual players, but at the moment, my confidence is high because I believe in this team, and I believe in this group, and I believe in the coaching staff. So, on a personal note, my confidence is high.
Thank you, DeAndre. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it.